It is safe to say that the Nintendo Switch library is packed with some of the greatest games ever found on a video game console, and during this whole stay-at-home quarantine, I think more people than ever before are beginning to realize that. From creating your own island paradise in Animal Crossing, to investigating haunted hotel floors in Luigi's Mansion 3, to exploring the Great Galar region in Pokémon Sword and Shield, to even revisiting the classics from back in the day, the Nintendo Switch offers something fun for everyone. What is up, my friends? It's Ray back here, and you are not going to believe this weird timing. Literally, as soon as I sat down the first time to start filming this video, my doorbell rang, and I actually got a package in the mail from Uniqlo and Nintendo. What they sent me were 2 shirts from their new Super Mario 35th Anniversary collection, and the new designs on these shirts actually look really great. I mean, look at this. In today's video though, we're not talking about fashion trends. Today, I wanted to share with you guys 5 Nintendo Switch games worth playing while you're stuck at home or just in general for spring and summer 2020. As I mentioned earlier, there are so many amazing Switch games out there, so as you can imagine, narrowing this list down to just 5 was really tough for me. Before we continue on with this video, I wanted to remind you guys to smash that subscribe button and hit that bell notification icon so you can be notified by YouTube whenever I decide to live stream and upload new videos. There is so much content coming down the pipeline that I don't want you guys to miss a thing. Every sub, every thumbs up, it all helps out the channel, so let's continue to grow together, and let's get back to talking more about the Switch games. So first up is the obvious, Animal Crossing New Horizons. There's really no need for me to explain why I recommend New Horizons, because not only is it one of those games that can easily consume your whole life if you choose to let it, but it's also one of those games that if you have a Switch and don't have Animal Crossing, it seems kind of weird. Taking advantage of Tom Nook's getaway package to build out your own island paradise, recruit cute villagers to live there, and just the ability to escape the real world and live your own virtual life the way you want is very enticing. In fact, the things that you learn in Animal Crossing actually translate well to real life. Banking, buying things, selling things, managing residents, technically owning a whole island. If you look at it that way, you'll have a good excuse to invest hundreds upon hundreds of hours into New Horizons. Next up is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Xenoblade Chronicles is an open-world RPG that immerses you in an intense battle between man and machine, Homs and Mechon. You'll guide Shulk and his companions to the edge of the Bionis to protect his colony from the Mechon invasion with the mighty Monondo blade in hand. I never had the chance to experience any of the previous Xenoblade games before this, so I was pleasantly surprised at how deep and intense the storyline really does get here. This Definitive Edition is a remake of the original Xenoblade Chronicles originally found on the Wii, complete with updated graphics, a remastered soundtrack, and a more cohesive set of quests and side quests that's welcoming enough for anyone to jump in and make their way to the end of the game. Obviously, I can't speak for how any of the other Xenoblade games play, but this does seem like the definitive version of the game for a reason. It's the standard Xenoblade experience for me, and there is no doubt in my mind that I'm going to be playing this game until the very end. Moving on forward, next is Astral Chain. Astral Chain in many ways is very much like Xenoblade Chronicles in that it's an action-adventure RPG. However, there are many key things that make it a much different game. Taking place in a 2078 futuristic megacity where humanity is on the brink of extinction, you assume the role of a Neuron Police Task Force agent where you're tasked with investigating crimes and using your trusty legion bound by chains to make your way through both the real world and the otherworldly dimension known as the Astral Plane, where you're going to be slaying chimeras all along the way. This game is very cyberpunk style with an awesome soundtrack and intense battles to match. Like most of the games on this list, Astral Chain is a Nintendo Switch exclusive, but it's one of the few games that I specifically consider to be more than enough reason to buy and own a Switch. I don't know what we did to deserve the goodness that Platinum Games brings us, but we did whatever it was. In the 4th spot is Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. This unique Pokémon game is a remake of the 2005 Game Boy Advance and Nintendo DS pair of classics, Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Blue and Red Rescue Team. The game starts you out as a human who is later turned into a Pokemon, at which time you have the ability to choose one of 16 Pokemon to start the game as. Along the way, you and your partners travel through various different dungeons trying to seek answers as to who you really are. You'll battle wild enemies, gain new friendships along the way, and even fend off legendary Pokemon. I think though what I really love most about this DX version of the Rescue Team games is how well they were reimagined. These cartoon graphics just look simply gorgeous. Mystery Dungeon DX is one of those games that makes you realize just how good the Switch has become at giving new life to older games. This just further proves that. And last but not least on this list is New Super Lucky's Tale. My love for New Super Lucky's Tale is well documented by now. It's a brand new adventure game that pays homage to the classic 3D platformers that we all know and love on the Nintendo 64. Lucky's charming feel-good adventure has you jump, burrow, and tail swipe your way through a variety of different levels where you're trying to recover all of the missing pages in the Book of Ages from the evil sorcerer Jinx. Having grown up with the N64 as my very first video game console, New Super Lucky's Tale just hits home for me. The vibrant graphics, the feel-good music, and the heartwarming charm that Lucky gives off just makes this a game worth checking out whether you grew up with the classic 3D platformers or not. It's just so good. Anywho, that's about it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, you know the drill by now. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because it always helps out the channel. Also, let me know what your favorite Nintendo Switch game is down in the comments box down below. So with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!